Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being with us for this session. Learn about I.D.E.A opportunity. I'd like to start by saying that I.D.E.A was a dream for a long time, probably from halfway through all these years we have been doing our conferences and Project Motivate. But 2016 felt like the year. It felt like it was the time to create something that was focused on business owners. Doesn't mean we don't love movement and we're not also sharing curriculum, but we're business owners in an association that supports each other. It's evolved over these last 4 years, and it's evolved a lot in the last 3 months as far as how we started in communicating with each other and where we're at right now, holding town halls and doing other things to stay in touch as quickly as we can to support each other. Couple things, I'm going to introduce you to some members. I like it when I'm not the guy who's offering you some sort of a sales pitch, but people who experience the experience. Okay, how cool is this? Can you, Rebecca, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what I.D.E.A means to you? I feel like we're doing a high school essay. Go for it.
So my name's Rebecca Felice. I'm located in London, Ontario, Canada. I've been an I.D.E.A member since the first year it started, so I feel like I've grown with the program. There's lots of resources, like when you're like, oh, I need to do a new manual for this, or I need to do this. There's resources, so you're not reinventing the wheel. There's something there, and then you can change it and adapt it to what works for you. But the Facebook group, especially the last 4 months, I'm not sure what I would have done without my I.D.E.A members. We had a Canadian town hall every Wednesday with Ree. And, you know, I'm someone who gives gratitude a lot, and I truly believe that. I teach mindfulness in my studio, and there was days and Ree's like, what is wrong with you? Like, I was just, and I had their support to help me get through those tough times. And, you know, I feel like I have things together, but I've learned so much from other people when I think, you know, this is the way I'm going to do it and, you know, whatever, and I have it all set out, and then other people talk about what they're doing. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. Maybe I'm going to change what I'm doing and put some of that in it and make a new idea. Like, everyone is so forthcoming with information and supportive of one another. No one judges or thinks, oh my God, that person's so dumb. I can't believe that they're doing. No one's like that. It's just the most welcoming and supportive community I've ever been a part of. And, you know, I've done panel discussions with Ree, and I keep talking about I.D.E.A, and I know he's not trying to promote it, but I can't help it because it's just such an important part of me, and that has helped me. I just can't thank you enough, Ree. Thank you.
Thank you, but I want to say something on the supporting or promoting I.D.E.A. When the March, April hit, I didn't want everybody to think that when we did our episodes or we did anything that we were trying to promote I.D.E.A.
Fair.
I wanted to do it for everyone. So when I'm glad to have you now praise I.D.E.A all over the place. I just didn't want people to perceive the reason we did what we did was to promote I.D.E.A.
And I totally appreciate and support you for that decision and respect you for it. But in my heart to heart, I I cannot say enough about the organization. And I truly believe that business needs to be a more important part of dance studio owners. And that's what this organization to me represents. And that's why it aligns with my core values. So thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. D from Fort Wright, Kentucky.
Hello. I am Dee Roosh. As Ree said, I'm from Fort Wright, Kentucky. And, I, like Rebecca, started as soon as it began. I've been to many of Ree's conferences, and I just knew when he talked about I.D.E.A that, the code of ethics and what it was going to stand for, it was just for me. So right off the bat, it just was something that I felt like, wow, this is going to be, as a business owner, it's going to be a really great resource from that aspect. And it has been. As Rebecca said, on the website, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of things that as a business owner, it's there. As a teacher, it's there. If you're looking for, just new ideas for your classroom, it's there. So it really kind of just encompassed the whole industry, from you're a dance teacher, you're a studio owner, you're a director, whatever. So, and again, the values and the code of ethics that it stands for is everything that spoke to me. When COVID hit, I will say, as I'm going to start tearing up, I'm a crybaby. So, like Rebecca, I couldn't have gotten through this without my I.D.E.A family. Everybody coming together and sharing, and it's hard, especially as a business owner. You want to keep your face on and let your staff and your families and everybody know that you're going to be okay. And inside you're breaking down because you don't know. And to be able to go on that Facebook page and touch base with that group, where I could just really let down and see the truth of everybody and know that, okay, like this community is, it's not just me. And I had that community that, no matter what happens, I mean, I'm a full steam ahead girl. But no matter what happens, I know that I've got this community, and I know that these are people that, it's more than just an organization. These are people that are my friends. And even though a lot of them, I don't know their faces yet, but I see them on Facebook and I'm like, hey, I feel a closeness with these members. And it's just been an awesome, amazing, group to be a part of. And yes, it's just, thank you, Ree, for everything that you've done. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dee. I love your passion, my friend. Dee Buchanan is dancing because she can't stop dancing. We're #DLTC, still dancing. Want to take a break, Misty, and tell us about your thoughts on I.D.E.A?
So sorry, I just went through like 4 different rooms. I think I was having Wi-Fi issues, so I'm just roaming around. I apologize. I also joined I.D.E.A way back when. And just really quickly to go back a little further than that, one of my first experiences with Ree was in a training where he was giving all of this fabulous like Project Motivate material. And then he started taking questions. And at the time I was fully bogged down in competition crap, like just whatever, right? Just the stuff. So he gets to the point where we can ask questions, and I raised my hand and I just really wanted to know something about how to fix something. And he was like, the first question was about competition. And I had like let him, he was like my new idol already, right? I had known him for 2 hours, and I like let him down the first time I raised my hand ever. And so,
you didn't let me down, my friend.
No, but it is something that not just through I.D.E.A, but through all of the things leading up to that. And then really, really very much with I.D.E.A, being able to, arrange my priorities for the studio, like the purpose for the kids, the purpose and the purpose and the passion, right? And all of the tools that I.D.E.A, and by tools, really just the people, like the people. I know I should be like getting on and using all those documents even more than I do, but gosh, the support, you know, just, and so pre-COVID, I would say by far the smartest thing I've ever done in my 28 years was becoming a part of I.D.E.A. March 13th hits, and for about 5 minutes, I just remember feeling like, I don't know how to navigate this. I don't know. And it was such a lonely moment, right? Just like, because you don't want to turn to your staff and say, because you're saying to your staff, we got it. And you're like, what am I talking about? What do we got? I don't know what we got, but I'm just like saying stuff, right? And so I got home and I pulled up Facebook and I was like, oh my gosh, I.D.E.A, guys, what are we doing? And so like, it was, I'm going to cry too. It's the reason we're still here now. It's the reason my studio is still here and my kids are still here. And it's how we have figured out how to take those next steps, full 100% because of I.D.E.A. Like those tools were exactly what I needed. And it went to all of the logistical things, but then about, I don't know, day 3 or 4 in there, the 3rd or 4th night that we were talking, it was one of the nights you asked me to be a panelist, and it was the end of the week. We had done it for like a week, and we were all like, just emotionally raw. And you were like, so guys, how are we doing? Like, is this the day that we're all kind of cracking under the pressure and feeling that with everybody else, right? And then that's how we took the next step out of it. And it's mind-boggling to me that before 2016, I didn't have this. Like, I don't know what I was doing then. Like, I don't. This has been it. Like, this has been the how. This is how we've taken our next steps to be able to keep moving. So.
Wow, we can close out it because I couldn't have said it better. Gee, I want to say something to you. Those first few days, the only lesson was to learn that you were the leader at that moment. That was the message that went out to everybody. You may be cracking up right now, because we're cracking up at the home base, okay? But you're leaders. And you must appear to be leaders. And that's the key to the beginning. And knowing other people are doing it just like you. Thank you, Dee. Brittany, my friend.
Hi, I'm Brittany Mylan, and I'm located in Bloomington, Minnesota, where the dance studio is. I'm right now in Richfield, Minnesota, but it's real close. And I found I.D.E.A. I had gone to a couple of the retreats. And after the second one I had gone to, I was like searching for this. I was searching for the I.D.E.A. company. I didn't know what I was searching for, but I was searching for it. And I found it. And I think it was the first year. I'm right now, my mom brain and my COVID brain and all that is not remembering the exact date, but it was around 4 years ago. So, and yeah, when I first joined, the things that drew me to it were just a place to start, like more information, forms, being able to go on there and have a place to start with my employee contracts, with, you know, all those little details that I was kind of just using from another studio owner that was willing to help me out, which was great at the time. And so she helped kind of start me off. But at that point, I was only like a couple years in. So I needed everything. And so this was a great spot to find everything. It was almost too much for me at first. I'm like, where do I begin? So I like planned a schedule, and on Thursdays was my I.D.E.A. day. So every Thursday, I would go onto the site and look for something new that I could use. and implement it somehow, or just learn something new. I had to schedule it because otherwise I feel like I wasn't going to get everything that I needed to get out of it. And then as it grew, I decided different things. Like I went and used the Facebook page more. Once I started to learn more about like who was out there and put faces and names together from going to the conference, then I was like, oh, I know who I want to reach out to for this. And so then I knew how to reach out to that mentor, and that was so helpful just to be able to do that. So there's so much there. So my my word of advice is to schedule it somehow so that you can take it all in. I don't know. That's how I did it. And still, I feel like there's still so much there that I have never even looked at yet. But then, yes, the same thing happened for me when everyone's saying March 13th, and it sounds like such a long time ago. But it wasn't, and it was at the same time. My son was born on the 20th, so for me it was like craziness. And Ricky and I talk about this, how like I went into the hospital, and then the day like after I had my child, I was literally on the Facebook page of the I.D.E.A members trying to catch up and feel like, what do I need to do? These people are here to help me. And I knew that's where I could go to feel better, because the whole world has changed literally for me. And another thing that I really appreciated was those weekly like Zoom meetings, those town halls. It gave me something to like get excited about, to wake up for, and look forward to. And I needed that because I didn't know what to do. I think we all were kind of like, I knew we needed to continue on with classes, but that gave me something to look forward to. And I had other Zoom meetings with other people here in like Minnesota, other communities. And I will say that every time I left a meeting with I.D.E.A members, I felt so good and so positive. And that was not necessarily the case for every other meeting. Maybe the energy was just like panicked or whatever, but I came to an I.D.E.A members meeting, whatever it was about, and I was like, I always felt like I could do it. I always left feeling so good. And Ricky and I talked about that a lot too. It's like, it's amazing how different this group of people is to me, because we all have the same goals, the same ideas, and the same, but yet not, right? We share new ideas too, but I think we're all coming at this from the same place in our hearts, maybe, because yeah, every time I felt whole, I felt good, and I didn't necessarily feel that way on other Zooms. I don't know. So it was everything that I needed, that I didn't know that I needed, and it continues to be that. And so there's so much here, so much information, and so much love. It's amazing. So thank you. And yeah, it's hard not to get emotional, because it really has helped me through some crazy times. And yeah, I don't know how I would feel otherwise. So thank you everyone, because literally all of our energy together has really, I feel like collectively is what is making us all feel better. So
United.
Yeah, united.
With the same goals.
Yes.
And who knew that those goals weren't necessarily going to stay about growth? They were going to be about supporting and making sure that each one of us could deal with what was coming our way. We're all the same. Everybody in our organization. So these wonderful members said it better than I can, but I'm going to read you some things. Will you guys stay with me? I want to read you a few of the code of ethics for I.D.E.A that mean a lot to me. There are 15. I looked at it today and said, these are a lot of things to stand for. They're all important, but I'm going to read you the ones that I feel mean the most to me. I.D.E.A members, we offer dance education with an emphasis on maintaining age-appropriate movement, music, and costuming. Exclamation point. We commit to the principle of integrity and regard to business practices, teaching, and other professional activities. We will be honest and straightforward with clientele regarding fees and expenses related to participating in programs, classes, and costuming. We shall maintain a high standard in communication and customer service, which is how we survived through the last 3 months. 5 months. Shall maintain a qualified and well-educated faculty for all ages, levels, and styles. Shall act to prevent false or misleading marketing or publicity. Shall respect fellow school owners and teachers and agree not to discredit or in any way cast negative reflections on the abilities of another school or dance colleague. Shall refrain from soliciting faculty or students from another school without the consent of that school. Shall refrain from soliciting students registered at another school without the consent of that school. I could go on, but those are the ones that mean the most to me. And why? Because I believe in dance teachers respecting and supporting each other, and that's what the idea, I'll call it dream, is all about. I'm going to share with you all, if this works on live TV, I'm going to first go to the I.D.E.A website here. And I'm going to do it quick. I want to say this, and even the members have said this. I thought this was going to be the central hub of who we were. This is what we are. This is the foundation. This is where all the documents are that everybody's talking about, almost every policy, administrator handbooks. We worked on creating this handbook that's an administrator handbook that is, I'm gonna say, covering everything from studio safety procedures, office tasks and duties, studio event preparation, policies, choreography policies, marketing. I went into another category, all information on marketing and sample press releases. I can show you, not what I expected, but I show it every year because this is one of the most popular items on our page. I laugh because we're always creating new ones, but these coloring pages, one of the things that I think are cool about them and that I work on when we create them is that there's something to learn. There's also something for the little ones. These are those. I don't know if it's loading quickly, but also we teach you about famous dancers. We teach the kids about famous ballets, musicals, all the ballet positions, especially in the time of COVID. This is a resource that can complement all of the education that we're offering. Let's see. Marketing. All templates for marketing, greeting cards, thank you and appreciation for your staff and students, printable staff and office policies. And so the downloads go on and on. I'm looking at this going, wow, I need to look at this more. Member discounts. So often, if you use the discounts, it covers your membership. There's backdrops, there's conventions, there's cosmetics, costumes, curriculum. Let's click curriculum. That's hard to say. American Ballet Theater curriculum, Acro Dance Teachers Association, Acrobatic Arts, all of these people offering our members discounts. Dance in a Box, Dancing Tots, Discover Dance, curriculum goes on and on. The discounts, I believe at this point, are from more than 100 different retailers or dance exhibitors, vendors. I'm proud that they want to support us and our members. So I can show you more of the website, but that isn't what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to take you. Can you all still see my screen? This is the I.D.E.A members page. That's me giving a message last week. But I wanted you to just kind of scan while everybody's talking conference. Let's go over here. Videos that our attendees have shared of their recitals, things that are going on in their classrooms, some of our talks and discussions during the year. Special guests, his name right now, he just was on today. Help me, you guys. Thank you. Sean Deaver. Speaking with members. It's all about communicating. It's all about sharing. I love this group. I love the vibe that comes from this group. And who knew that a Facebook page and a group of people like this could come together and make magic all in one place? How cool is that? So this is also something that I want to say, and I'm not sure that my friends, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, know about this, but in October, we are going to do an I.D.E.A virtual summit is what we're going to call it. We're going to use the same program that we're using for the Dance Life Teacher Conference. Now that we got over that hurdle, we actually know what we're doing 3 days in. I think in October we're going to have this down. It's going to be free to I.D.E.A members and one administrator. I do want to say that that can't be a teacher. It has to be an administrator because it will be very much business studio owner focused, though I am going to get some curriculum in there because I think we all could continue to grow, especially in the world we're in now where we're working between virtual and live and offering hybrid programs. I think there's so much more to learn and gain, especially when we go back. And we're gonna do this with it. If you want to invite a studio owner who's not an I.D.E.A member, but you think they benefit from the conference, it's $3.99 and your bring a friend can do it for half price. Because we want to spread the I.D.E.A vibe. So that's October 24 and 25. We hope you'll join us. We hope that you'll consider joining I.D.E.A. Those of you who are saying, well, what's the cost? You're thinking that it's $99 a month. And actually it's even less than that on an annual fee basis, but I don't have Greg, who's our executive director, sitting in front of me, so I don't know what that is. But in my mind, the $99 a month is a good value for what this group is all about. And we invite you to join us. We invite you to be a part of our organization. Any final words, my friends? Go, Rebecca.
I'm just gonna say, I've had my studio for 24 years, and it doesn't matter if you're starting your studio or you've had your studio for a long time. There is something for everybody, and we're always growing and learning, and you will get so much out of this organization and out of the community and the friendships in this organization. I cannot say it anymore. I am so, so grateful for everybody in this group. So thank you, Ree.
Thank you. You guys all good here, or you want any final words or statements? We're good. Thank you. And you all who are watching and considering doing this, you can go to ideadance.org/membership. You'll get some details there. Or you can write directly to our executive director, Greg Betancourt, and his email is greg@regold.com. We would love to have you join us. Thank you all, my I.D.E.A member friends. Thanks everybody who's here at this conference. Bravo, #DLTC, still dancing, still thriving. We pulled it off. Have a great day, everybody.